just wanted to share a very exciting experience for me at the weekend. I was out paddleboarding. I'm currently doing a fundraiser for the RNLI paddling around Ireland. I've done quite a lot of it now, most of the east coast, most of the south coast, and I'm working my way along the west coast. Anyway, Donegal was coming to an end. I was paddling past a long sleeve league. Now, it's quite a dangerous part, so thankfully I had some company. I had another sea kayaker out with me, but it's the highest cliffs in Ireland and probably one of the tallest cliffs in Europe. And it's a 30-mile radius, and there's only a couple of places to get out. So I'd broken it down into two sections, and my friend Andy was coming to join me, which was wonderful. And we had the best 2 days were Friday and Saturday. So we took off on Friday, sort of late afternoon. Conditions were nice, sun was shining, sea was relatively flat enough for Andy to go and explore the caves. I'm not really into caves, but he was like saying some of them were 20 to 40 miles deep. Ooh. Anyway, we were paddling together past the tallest parts of the mountain, and then we were just sort of rounded that corner, and in the distance we could see a rib, and we were just marking around. I was saying I don't often see boats when I'm out paddleboarding, maybe the odd fishing boat, and it looked like an RNLI boat. It was orange. Turned out it was the marine fisheries, and they were just doing a little tour around the area. But anyway, between me and the cliff, and I was quite close up to the cliff at this point, maybe 15 metres from the cliff, I would say about 10 metres from me in between, I saw this big black fin, and I just caught it out of the corner of my eye, and I'm pretty sure I squealed like a girl, and I think maybe it heard me, but it just disappeared. But Andy's like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I was like, I'm pretty sure I just saw a whale. And as I lay down my board to turn my camera around to try to film anything, see if I could capture it on film, this rib cruised up beside me. And as I was lying on the board, they were like, "Are you okay?" And I said, I'm fine. I just think I saw a whale. Is that a whale?" And they said, "Yeah, it's a fin whale." They seemed quite, relaxed about it. It'd been there for a little while. And they were like, "There's a big pod of dolphins down there too." And they said actually there'd been a pod of humpback whales at the same time last year around the same area. So it was very exciting. I've never seen a whale before. I was nervous because I've watched too many videos, probably on Instagram and TikTok, of paddleboarders out with whales. So I was very reassured I just had the experience with the whale. It was not interested at all, and it just went straight out to sea. So that was a huge relief for me, because I've experienced other sea creatures, seals, for instance. They will paddle, they'll swim up behind. Usually the younger ones will maybe come a bit closer, and they're just curious. They're popping up and they're watching you and then disappearing and then popping up somewhere else and watching you. Porpoises, generally, if you see them, you'd be like, "Oh, look, there's a porpoise." And by the time you've turned your camera around, they've gone. They're not interested in you at all. In fact, they'll just go in the opposite direction of you straight away. Dolphins, I've seen dolphins, and they're usually just active, and they're jumping in the air and they're swimming along, usually in large-ish groups, and they're not really interested. If there's boats around, they're more interested in things that are going quickly, so they'll fly after the boats. Now, I figured I must have been sitting literally on their path one time, because they did swim right underneath me, a whole pod. And I was quite nervous because they were getting really close, but they just swam under and then they were gone. So not interested either. So the whale, thankfully, not curious or anything, it just cleared off. In fact, it really reminded me of an experience I'd forgotten about, like years and years ago when I was living in America. My mum had come to visit, and we'd decided to go and visit Cape Cod. And we saw signs for whale watching, and we'd never seen a whale before and thought that would be really fun to do. So we took the boat, and in the end I actually felt a bit sorry for the whale, because the boat's chasing up, "Oh, look, there it is," and everyone stops, gets the cameras, takes pictures, and then the poor whale just like clears off somewhere else, and then the boat follows them. You know, it was just this experience, and I just felt with this wheel, it was just not interested, and it was disappearing way off. So yeah, it's very exciting. Only getting to chat about it now though, because I got my camera wet the next day and my phone wet, so I haven't been able to. I only just got my phone up and running now, so I just wanted to share that. It was very exciting. So yeah, I'm doing this as a fundraiser, paddling around Ireland, and if you've sponsored me already, thank you so much. It's for the RNLI. If you haven't sponsored me already, all proceeds go to the RNLI, and it'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Bye for now.